Hi, 3's and 4's. Welcome to the first week of October. We are learning that this month we can be super kids because God made us to do big things. And we're going to hear all month long about a guy named David. Now, this week we're going to learn that while he's a kid, he was chosen to be king. Let's get started with our opening activities. First, we have some plush animals and a crown. We're going to hide the crown around the room. We're going to put it on one of our plushed animals, and we're going to have the kids find the crown. We're going to talk about how kings wear crowns and how this week's Bible story has a king in it. Then we're going to do another crown activity. We have a whole bunch of crowns. They each have a different number of jewels on them. So there's a crown with 1 jewel, a crown with 2 jewels, 3 jewels, so on. So then we also have cards with numbers and dots underneath. So we can count 1, 2, 3, 3 dots. This is the number 3. Let's find the crown that has the same number dots on it, or jewels. We're going to talk again about they did a great job of matching and how kings wear crowns, and how we're going to hear about a boy who was a kid just like them who got to be chosen as king because he had such a big heart for God. Last, we're going to do our sensory bin. So our sensory bin, we have a checklist, right? So all of these pictures are hiding in our bins, and we're going to find them. And then once we find them, we're going to ask if they found the heart. Again, we're going to talk about how the boy in our story had a really big heart for God, and he was chosen to do something really big. Let's go over to Ollie and watch and find out. So after we hear the story, we're going to grab our prayer journals and we're going to read through them. We're going to practice our new memory verse. It's kind of a long one. You guys, if you've been serving for a while, probably remember it. But our kids are new, so they're not going to know it. We're going to have 5 weeks to practice with them. It goes like this. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, for the Lord, your God, goes with you. Deuteronomy 31:6. After we practice our memory verse, we're going to retell the story, reading our script, and then we're going to talk about the big things that we're chosen to do. So if the kids can write their names, we're going to let them write their names. If they can't, you can write it for them. And then we're going to give them a star sticker. The star sticker is going to be for all those really big, super important things that they can do that God's chosen them to do. Then we're going to do a maze. So it's David, and we're going to help David get through the maze to the crown on the other side. There are some things along the way that we can stop and talk about. These pictures are big things that we can do, that God made us to do, like carrying groceries. We can help carry in the groceries. Praying, a big thing we can do, talk to God. Then fist bumping a friend. We can care and love for our friends. That's another really big thing God made us to do. And then comforting others, hugs. So we're going to talk about all the big things that God made us to do and how we can all do those things. We can all be super kids. Then we can reenact our stories. So you're going to have a pool noodle. It's going to be our walking stick. We're going to have a David. We're going to have some kids be sheep. We're going to act out the story. And then we can do our craft. So we have here a heart, and it actually opens up. It says, God made me to do big things. And we're going to open it up, and we're going to glue our David in the center of our heart, and then we can color him. So we'll retell the story. We'll talk about how we were all made to do big things, and how David did a lot of really big things, and we're going to hear more about them next week and the week after that. Then we can end with our action dice. So we're going to roll our dice. 4 of these pictures are the big things that we can do that were on this maze. So carrying groceries, helping a friend, praying and talking to God. When they land on those things, we'll talk about how we can all do those big things. But 2 of them are one of them is our memory verse, and the other one is our bottom line. So when it lands on the memory verse, we're going to practice saying it right? And then when it lands on our bottom line, you're going to say, who made me to do big things? And we're going to encourage the kids to say, God made me to do big things. Have fun playing with all the games and talking about how we can all be super kids because God made us to do really big things. And one of the really big things you're doing is serving on Sunday. So I want to thank you for that, and I hope to see you back next week. Till then, bye.